Hey sports fans, and welcome to our preview of the big matchup tomorrow when the Cleveland Cavaliers visit the Toronto Raptors. While this is NBA 2K, with the sliders turned all the way up, it did give us some insights into how these teams will play against each other IRL. Led by all-star point guard Kyle Lowry, who's contributing across the board, the Raptors present quite a few problems for the Cavaliers. But when you have LeBron James on your side, it makes things a lot easier for you. And with the new coach, they're scoring a lot better. Shaq is into it as well, even if his tie needs to go. So let's get to the tip-off, as both of these teams are in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive ratings, pitting them on a collision course for the conference finals to decide who represents the East. James Johnson's hair is a rich shade of red for this game as the Cavaliers control the tip. The Cavs immediately pick on Luis Scola by getting Love involved in a pick and pop for three. Poor communication on the hedge. As Scola went to the ball, Lowry stayed home as well, and there is no rotation to the shooter. On the quick push up the court, Scola is forced to pick up LeBron, who promptly goes to work off the dribble and gets right by him to the cup. Lowry wisely stays home one pass away on J.R. Smith, and Valanciunas had to worry about Love, so James Johnson is the guy who should have rotated to help, but boom shakalaka. Scola was a total liability on defense, and the Cavs take control with this nifty no-look by Kyrie, who took Lowry to the hoop before setting up Thompson for the reverse. DeRozan picks up LeBron early and did a nice job to keep him in front and stop him from taking the shot down low. But there was plenty of time on the shot clock left, allowing the reversal and more Kyrie destroying Lowry to the basket. Just watch this pretty rip through to the middle, then the off-foot layup before the defense can react. Lowry simply couldn't handle Kyrie in the ISO, as he danced and pranced his way till he found the opening, and the Raptors defense had almost zero rotational help. DeRozan getting there just in time for a nice snapshot of this gorgeous move. The Raptors got Corey Joseph and Patrick Patterson in the game, and PP went to work on the pick and roll to the hoop. Mozgov sunk to contain the ball handler, nice find by Joseph, and this is way too far to Shumpert to go, nice left by the big man. And to finish the quarter, Joseph zipper cuts. DeRozan makes life hard for him by giving it to him so late in the clock, but he wows the hometown fans by nailing a tough three. Looking at it again, he turns this into a fadeaway to get a clean look, and this was a big bucket for the Raptors. Midway through the second quarter, again LeBron finds himself guarded by Scola, so he waves everyone away for the ISO and just goes to town on the Argentinian. Of course, the mistake here is that Scola is staring lovingly into LeBron's eyes, not focusing on his waist like a good defender, and that allows LeBron to get a step, perhaps a fake handoff, before turning the corner for the nastiness. The Raptors break into horns. Lowry initiates with the pick and roll to the right with JV, and he catches JR trying to bump down on the roll man. Great pass to find Terrence Ross all by himself for the wide open corner three, and he rises up and just buries it. The Cavs come down looking to get Kyrie and LeBron involved in a pick and roll, and look at this incredible defensive rotation by Jonas Valanciunas as he steps up to LeBron and says, "No soup for you, 1 month." We know LeBron has been struggling from the outside, but Valanciunas is like the Iron Curtain out here, swatting that shot all disrespectful. A pick and roll to the right side gets a switch, and Lowry tries to attack the much slower Kevin Love. He blows by him no problem, but LeBron takes away his own soup with his great rotational block, sending it into the stands. Just look at the combination of moves Lowry puts on Love with two crossovers, then a between the legs, and he tries to go lefty to the front of the rim, and boom, right back in his face, and Dwayne Casey is left to ponder the very existence of his soul while standing solemnly on the bench. Great ball movement by the Cavaliers after the initial ball screen, and this gets Kyrie a decent look, but it's Kevin Love who squashes the shot back into the hoop. Let's see what happened here. Aha, Biyombo lost focus when the ball went to Kyrie, allowing Love a free run to the rim. And to finish off the half, we get a Kyrie ISO out top, and he continued his dominance of Lowry by knocking down the jumper right in his grill. The Raptors finally got a lead in this game when they wanted to isolate in the post with DeRozan being guarded by LeBron. They wisely go high-low to Valanciunas, who finds the open DeRozan popping out to the corner. As you can see, LeBron went to help on the ball since it was a mismatch, and this gave DeRozan all the room he needed. Cory Joseph was inspired on this play as he throws a gorgeous no-look to the backdoor cutting DeRozan, who then adds his own style points with his kinda crazy lefty floating hook shot off the glass. At the end of the third, once again LeBron finds himself being guarded by Scola, and he uses the give and go this time to let his speed do the talking, as Scola has no hope to keep up with LeBron's freight train. It doesn't help that Scola just backs up instead of turning and running. Deep into the fourth, with the game in the balance, DeRozan gets a ball screen in the corner and creates an open jumper for Patterson when Kevin Love inexplicably helps all the way under the basket. While the Cavs bench did their best to distract the big man, he rises up and fires this shot and gives the Raptors a 3-point lead. After a wild attempt at a layup in transition doesn't fall, Delly brings the ball up court, tries to get fancy with the spin move, and just coughs it up to BBallBreakdown, who improbably gets his dribble drive going for a royal flush. Tyronn Lue screwed up totally by not getting Kyrie in fast enough, but they are able to get LeBron down low in the post for a nice little turnaround jumper, which forces Casey to call a timeout to get a handle on the situation. With Kyrie back in, the Raptors move the ball very well in this possession, trying to take as much time as possible off the clock before shooting it. The ball finally finds its way to Lowry out top, and this time it's his turn for payback, as he isos, blows by Kyrie Irving, and gets the lefty layup to fall in some serious traffic. LeBron goes to work at the elbow off the out-of-bounds play, and spots Kyrie cutting when Lowry comes over from the weak side to help, getting 2 free throws and a chance to cut the lead to 1. Kyrie, however, misses the first free throw, and even though his teammates seem to be friendly and encouraging, you can't help but think that this miss was crucial, maybe even game-changing. As the teams go to the huddle for the timeout, the Raptors are clearly sensing this is their moment to put the conference leaders to bed. Lue tries to make it look like he's got the right size suit, but it's possible the players have already stopped listening to him until he gets a new tailor. On the inbounds, they go to DeRozan to create something for them, and on his drive to the elbow, he spots Kevin Love out of position on his man, threads the needle, and Scola makes up for all his bad defense earlier by knocking down the easy one. Let's see why Love got beaten so badly. Oh, he starts the possession ridiculously out of position, just asking to get beat by even a slow-footed big man, and just like in real life, blocking shots isn't his thing. Down by 4, the Cavs need to get a bucket out here, so they again turn to the LeBron ISO on that right block, and he makes the right play, sucking in the defense, then finding Love in the flat for the wide open jumper from 17 feet. But DeRozan comes right down the court, goes right at J.R. Smith, and with the beautiful spin move, gets to the hoop and draws the and one from Kevin Love. This was the dagger, and you can tell by their reaction that the Raptors know it too. Down by 5, LeBron creates and gets to the hole, and whoa, does a fancy pass behind his head, but it's a poor decision as Tristan Thompson is simply not the guy who's going to make this shot. But let's admire the pass one more time, since it was nice. And finally, to end the game, the Raptors run DeRozan off a pin down across the lane. Lowry hits him, he faces up, and Valanciunas sneaks up the lane to grab the ball, turn, and knock it down over the smaller Tristan Thompson. Unfortunately for him, he's looking the wrong way for half a second, and that's all the room JV needs to get his jumper off. The Cavs finish their possession off with a miss, and that is how the game ends, with the Raptors coming back to take control of this game down the stretch. Some keys we saw in this game that could easily mirror real life: Kyrie taking Lowry off the dribble, Valanciunas having a major impact on both ends of the court, Patrick Patterson providing a spark, and LeBron doing everything from scoring to passing to keep his team in the game for as long as possible. I can't wait for this game to be played tomorrow and find out how accurate it is. But without question, I'm in.